staying with us. Well, I hope you're hungry because good. Because right about now, breakfast is served. Today we're spicing things up with Chef Allysa Storms, the mastermind behind Stormi Dining. Her culinary journey has taken her from kitchens with the famous Gordon Ramsay to creating unforgettable dining experiences. So right here at home. And she joins us this morning in the kitchen to serve up something delicious. Welcome, Chef Storms. How are you?
Good morning.
Nice. Tell us about yourself. You're Jamaican?
Well, I'm Jamaican American.
Yeah, yeah. That works. That works for me. And so, how long have you been, in the culinary world?
Almost 2 decades.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Where did the love of food come from, and why did you end up turning it into your entire career?
So the love of food came from my mother. It was just kind of instilled in us in the household. It was always something we did, and she always would tell me, like, she's not going to McDonald's when she can cook at home.
That's nice.
So, she would always, as I got older, she'd send me into the kitchen. She'd say, I'm cooking curry chicken. Go get all the stuff to go cook curry chicken. The older I got, the more tasks came with taking the stuff out. First is taking the ingredients out, then it went to cutting and cleaning the chicken, then just cooked the chicken, and so it just kind of was a part of my life.
And then you made dinner every day for the rest of the life. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
And then as a career, when was the moment for you that you said, you know what, this could actually be my thing?
I actually had a teacher give an assignment, and the assignment was to write a paragraph about what you enjoy doing. That's all the only question was, like, what do you enjoy to do? And I was doing the assignment, and I was like watching the Food Network, and I was like, I enjoy cooking. And I wrote that, and when I turned in the assignment, the teacher read it, and she said, you could be a chef. And then I never really thought about it as a professional career. And she took the steps so I could, get into culinary school. She showed me how to apply for loans and stuff like that.
Brilliant.
And that's kind of how that went.
Oh, brilliant.
Nice. One of the things in reading about you that I found interesting is your interpretation of flavor and what different flavors mean to you. Even what you got from your mom and her exposing you to West Indian flavors, but also by studying what the flavors that you've been exposed. Talk to us about what flavor means to you and how you try to bring out familiar flavors to different people. And you can start, by the way.
Okay, so for me, flavors mean a lot. I like to use local ingredients. It's very important to me that I use local ingredients because that makes the food all the difference in the food. And I like to use my culture in just what's known to me. I feel like food's better when you do what's natural, and that's a big part of my cooking experience, is making sure that it's natural and it's not.
See, Dennis works at stove very well. He's a fantastic sous chef. So anything you need, Storm, just send Dennis for it.
So I like to make sure that the flavors I use are local ingredients and familiar to the people I'm around. So whether I'm on the North Coast, East Coast, Jamaica, use ingredients that are familiar to the people around. When I'm in Baltimore, I use more crab. When I'm when I'm in Miami, I'll use more squid, and I'll use more oysters and stuff like that. So it just depends on where I am. And being here in Jamaica, it seems like cooking comes the most natural for me because these ingredients are ingredients that I've used all my life and that I kind of use in my cooking no matter what.
Right.
No matter what I'm cooking or where I'm cooking, I'm using scallion.
Right.
So that,
So what are we cooking today?
So today we're going to do,
piece of fish.
so today we're doing a play on escovitch. So it's my kind of version of it. So it's a seared snapper with, we got some all-purpose Maggi, kind of like a little seasoned blend that I made here. Then we're gonna sear this snapper and we're gonna serve that with a Israeli couscous. And my mom liked to call that mini dumplings.
Your mom is so Jamaican.
Love it.
So couscous is, this Israeli couscous is like a pearl pasta. So
I see in reading on your bio, I saw that you've worked with the likes of Gordon Ramsay. Tell us about that experience.
So working in Hell's Kitchen was intense.
It was hell.
Some of the things, repetitive,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
because his menu's set and it's what it's supposed to be. And it teaches you structure if you need to know anything else about the kitchen, because these things have to be the same for every guest that comes in. When they have a beef Wellington, they want it to be the same way at every restaurant. So it gives you that structure and it teaches you that discipline that comes with being a chef to make sure that everything's the same every time. So working with Ramsay is more of a structured based type of thing, and being disciplined and being on top of your game, because you have to be ready for service. You know, you want to be ready for service every time.
So you were once in the restaurant space, but now you're in the personal chef space. How different is that for you?
It's very different.
Yes.
Because the restaurant space, things changes on the fly all the time. But when it's personal, when I'm cooking for people personally, it's the people that change.
Right.
You know? Oh, I'm going on an excursion. I'm going to be late, you know, so you got to keep the food hot, you know. So it's being able to adapt to your client and make sure they still get that experience that they're paying for, because they're paying for it. It's a luxury experience. So they want to make sure that they're getting that. So making sure that they get the integrity of like a disciplined chef to be able to make sure that their food is hot, even if they're going to be late, or if they need it earlier, to be able to be there a little earlier.
Right.
If you could cook for like one person, if you could do a personal chef job for one person in Jamaica, who would that be?
World boss.
Oh. I did not see that coming.
Yes. So if I could cook for one person.
Oh, interesting. Well, our guest has been Allysa Storms. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to enjoy our meal during the break, but don't go anywhere. When we get back, we're going to be sharing how you can be the front line against cybercrime.
Oh, very interesting.
Oh, yes.